Today I will be covering an important topic called carrier injection. Anybody is aware of what do we mean by carrier injection? What do we mean by carrier injection? As I mentioned, this topic is important to understand the next topic, which is of reverse bias. Okay, so carrier injection, we can see that how exactly the different types of charge carriers in a PN junction get injected. Okay, so this is a PN junction, what you are seeing, this rectangular box, what you are seeing here. Okay, you can see that different types of carriers keep injecting due to the applied voltage here. Since I have not mentioned what type of voltage we apply here, generally let me say that V here, V can be positive or V can be negative. Okay, so based on this voltage, the majority or minority carrier injection will take place in the junction. And this is the middle of a junction, what you are seeing, thick line. This is edge of depletion region to the N side. This is edge of depletion region to the P side. Suppose if we apply here forward bias, that means this voltage V is positive, forward bias. In that case, the holes which are present here, they are majority carriers in the neutral P region. They get repelled from the positive supply terminal of a battery, and they keep injecting towards from P side to N side. You can see that holes injecting here. Similarly, the electrons which get repelled by negative terminal of supply, they get inject from N side to P side. This is called carrier injection. This is because of the supplied voltage. So this, whenever the electron leaves the position, that many electrons will be supplied by this supply source, what you are seeing here. And when there is a scarcity of electrons here, because when the electron keep injecting to the N side to P side, the scarcity of electron in this will be supplied by the negative terminal of battery here. This is negative terminal of battery. Similar thing will happen here also. The scarcity of holes here will be supplied by the positive terminal of battery here. This is a long line which is a positive terminal of a battery. Okay. So in this way, there is a charge will be balanced within the PN junction here. Okay. So this is called diffusion of charge carriers. In forward bias, we have already seen in the last class, charge carriers will diffuse from higher level of concentration to the lower level of concentration. Okay, let me see that various points that we have covered under carrier injection. I hope you understand what you mean by what we mean by carrier injection. Here let us start with the minority carrier concentration on each side of PN junction. Okay, varies with the applied bias. We have focused only on majority charge carriers here, but we may also consider the minority carriers. When we apply forward bias, majority carrier movement will happen, or that is diffusion of carrier movement will happen. But for reverse, for the minority carriers, that will be the reverse bias. You can see here the holes here, they get attracted by this negative terminal, and electrons which are minority here, they get attracted to the positive terminal of battery. Okay, so you should consider both majority and as well as minority carriers, even though the supply voltage is positive here. So because of variation in the diffusion of carriers across the junction, we will calculate the equilibrium ratio. We will try to explain what do we mean by equilibrium ratio of hole concentration. So even though we calculate here equilibrium ratio of hole concentration on each side of the junction, we can also connect that with electron equilibrium ratio. This is very popular equation which we have showed many times in previous classes. Built-in potential V naught is given by this is a kT by Q, this is a constant term, log E, this is log E to the Na Nd divided by Ni square. And let us do little modification to this built-in potential equation. What modifications we are doing, which is illustrated here with the terminologies you can see here. Let us use here Pp naught. Pp naught means it is holes on P side, which we can connect with, write it as Na. This is majority hole concentration. Similarly, majority electron concentration can be written as Nn naught. Okay, so look at here, this is if you write first letter P here, second subscript P here, and if you denote it O here, that means it is equilibrium. So, this is under equilibrium. Second subscript indicates, first subscript indicates, the type of charge carriers. So, this is a charge carrier. In this case, since it is a P, this represents it is a hole. Okay. Second subscript indicates, the semiconductor, type of semiconductor. So, this is a semiconductor. In this case, it is going to be the P type of semiconductor. So, now we can convey this as holes on P semiconductor at equilibrium. This is what the PP naught indicates. If you do not mention this this superscript here O, that means it is under forward or reverse bias condition. Okay. I hope you understand this. Majority hole concentration is indicated as PP naught, which is also equivalent to acceptor ion concentration Na. Okay. So, they are the ions due to the exit of the holes on the P side. Majority electron concentration is similarly we can write N naught, electrons on N side. So, first N is electron on N side under equilibrium, that is equal to donor ion concentration on the N side. These are the majority carriers, and look at minority carriers here. So, minority electron concentration on P side. Okay. So, this is the notation we use here. This is electrons, N indicates on the P side, obviously they are the minority carriers under equilibrium condition. So, this can be written as Ni square divided by capital Na. Okay. So, this is Ni is nothing but intrinsic concentration, square of the intrinsic concentration divided by acceptor ion concentration. This formula has been shown here, how we got this Np naught as Ni square by Na. This equation you might have come across already in module 1. I suggest you to recollect all formulas that we have shown under module 1. So, this straight away I am taking formula from module 1. The product of the PP naught, and PP naught means holes on P side, electrons on P side. This product of these two should be equal to Ni square. Here I am just deducing here what is the equation for Np naught. So, Np naught can be written as Ni square divided by PP naught. So, PP naught already we know this is equivalent to Na. So, you can substitute here Ni square divided by Na. Okay. So, therefore, Np naught, which is minority electron concentration, is equal to Ni square by Na. So, this is what the equation we have showed here, minority concentration Np naught is equal to Ni square by Na. Similarly, we can also find out mathematical equation for minority hole concentration on N side, which is Pn naught. So, this upper subscript here P indicates hole concentration on N side under equilibrium condition, which is also equal to Ni square by Nd. Based on this, what we have shown here, this equation can be written. Ni square remains same, but in place of Na for electron concentration, we have to show Nd for hole concentration. Okay. So, these are the modified equations, the rewritten equations for both majority and minority carriers here. So, these relations you need to remember for minority carrier concentration. Okay. So, this product of this Nn naught. So, this is N naught into Pn naught is equal to Ni square. We want to obtain what is this Pn naught, holes on N side, that is a minority carrier, that is equal to Ni square by Nn naught. Nn naught can be written as Nd. So, Pn naught is equal to Ni square by Nd. Now, we can substitute all these relations in equation 1. We have called this built-in potential, barrier potential under equilibrium as equation 1. So, if you substitute all these things in equation 1, let us see what equation it results. So, V naught, that is left hand side we have kept as it is from equation 1, and Kt by Q also you can see that this we have not at all changed, these are all constants. Log E also we have kept as it is, but within the bracket you can see that in the numerator we had Na Nd divided by Ni square. In place of Na, this Na we have showed as Pp naught. So, Na place you got it as Pp naught, and this Nd you can bring it to the denominator. So, if you bring this complete term to the denominator, so you will get Ni square by Nd, something like this. Okay. The same equation is written here, Ni square by Nd, and we already know the formula for Ni square by Nd, which you can see here just now we showed, we have discussed here. So, Ni square by Nd is also equivalent to Pn naught. So in place of this Ni square by Nd, we can write it as a Pn naught. Okay, so this term can be substituted as Pn naught. Okay, so now you can see that after substituting Kt by Q capital as it is log E Pp naught by Pn naught. So this is the simplified equation. So this equation is also equivalent to log E. Many times we forget ln as log E. It's not log 10, it is log to the base E. So Pp naught by Pn naught, this is a complete underlined term is equivalent to this. Okay. Now you can cross multiply this, you can send it this Q into left hand side, that gets multiplied with V naught, and Kt goes to denominator, and now you can take this E becomes an exponential here. So Pp naught by Pn naught, now you can see the final equation. So Pp naught, we already know it is a majority carrier concentration on the P side, holes on P side under equilibrium condition, holes on N side under equilibrium condition is equal to the exponential value here, e to the power of q times V naught divided by Kt. Let us call this as equation 2. You can also observe here what this numerator and denominator term indicates. Numerator term indicates majority hole concentration on the P side, denominator term shows minority hole concentration on the N side. The ratio of the majority hole concentration on P side to the minority hole concentration on the N side is equal to the e to the power of q V naught by Kt. So the equation 2 gives you the whole concentration on both P and N side. Okay. So we are estimating, even though we calculate here whole concentration on P and N side, similar equation we can also obtain for electron concentration on both P side and N side. On P side, electron concentration becomes minority, and N side it becomes majority here. So this is what equation 2, what it tells you. Now let us see that what we can further do with this equation 2. Equation 2 with applied forward bias, it can be changed, okay, to alternative equation, which you are seeing here as equation 3. If you are clear with equation 2, equation 2 can be continued we are going to modify this equation for the applied potential. Okay, so here there is only V naught term here, which is built-in potential. We have not introduced any voltage that is applied from external source. So if we introduce this external voltage as V under forward bias condition, we already know that forward bias condition the resultant barrier potential keeps decreasing. So it is V naught minus V. For reverse bias, it is V naught plus V. That's a change you need to make it on the right hand side. The same equation we are rewriting here as e to the power of q V naught minus V by Kt. This is equation 3 is represents under forward bias condition, which is already shown here, underlined here. Okay, so on left hand side we have a Pp. So now you can see that we have removed that 0 here or O here, So this is not there now. So it is under forward bias condition. So therefore Pp by Pn, whole concentration on P side, whole concentration on N side. This can be written in terms of the distance as a function of distance, holes at minus xp naught. Okay, this we are calculating with reference to depletion region. So on P side we know that edge of a depletion region is xp naught. So this xp naught is the edge of it. So holes at the edge of a depletion region to the holes on at the edge of the depletion region to the N side. This shows for the P side, edge of depletion region, edge at P side. So this is an edge at N side. So why we are interested in only edges? Okay, because there you can see the big density of charge carriers at the edges. Okay, so that's why we are interested more on edges rather than in the neutral P or neutral N region here, because as we told in the beginning itself here in this diagram, the majority charge carriers will be injected from P side to N side here. When see holes are injected here, if you see the minority carriers here, the graph will be something like this. On N side, if you see, the graph will be like okay, it decreases something like this. Okay, so this is the whole concentration on the N side. At the edge of a depletion region, this is graph is P N naught, Pn. Okay, because you are applying the forward bias voltage. So Pn means it's a holes on N side. This distance is now it is x n naught. At x n naught you can see that there is a large density of the holes, but as you move deeper into the neutral n region, the hole density keeps decreasing. Okay. Same thing happens on the p side also. Electrons keep injecting from n side to p side, and at the edge of depletion region, this is minus xp naught. Okay. So, if you plot a graph here, okay, so this looks like the exponential decrease again. So, at the edge of a depletion region, if you plot here as a graph, and this is you can show this density of the hole electrons in this case, since electrons are injected from n side to p side. At the edge of the p region, if you observe, the electrons are something like this. Okay, so it goes like this. It is exponentially, it keeps decreasing. This graph shows that at this is minus xp naught, at edge of the depletion region to the p side, you have large density of electrons. So, this is electrons. So, this is n p naught. Okay, this is the minority carriers. Okay, so this minority np naught means it is electrons on the p side. Pn naught means holes on the n side. So, this both graphs are showing minority carriers here. So, this is minority, okay, carriers. Same way here also, this shows minority carriers of holes. So, this is holes representation. Here this represents an electrons. Okay. Okay, all right. I think we have covered sufficient points there, and let us see that what we can do further. So, I'll just save this. This material need to be preserved. So, equation 3 uses altered barrier. So, this is the altered barrier. So, which is V naught minus V, to relocate the steady state hole concentration on the two sides of the transition region with either forward bias and reverse bias. This V here can be modified according to our requirement here. Even though we have showed here V becomes plus V for the forward bias condition, V becomes minus V for the reverse bias condition. So, that is a change we need to do with reference to this equation 3. And we told already what this equation 3 represents. Equation 3 represents the ratio of the hole concentration on the p side and as well as the n side, that is equivalent to the exponential value. Okay, now let me move to the second part of the notes. Okay. So, now we can see here now the same equation, now the positive or negative, that depends as I told you already, the V becomes positive for the forward bias condition and V becomes negative for the reverse bias condition here. Okay. So, these are the two things that we need to manipulate in the previous equation. Now, in the previous equation, if you take a ratio of equation 2 and equation 3, okay, so you get the another equation. Okay, let us see that what equation we are getting. So, Pp naught by Pn naught, just let us have a look at what we have done here. Okay, so should not forget the equations here. Equation 2 is this. Okay, so we have to take ratio of equation 2 to equation 3. Equation 2 is Pp naught by Pn naught. Now you can see the other equation, Pp naught by Pn naught, that is in the numerator what you are seeing here. So, this you can see this is equation 2. Okay, so we are written here, and equation 3 you can also observe here. Equation 3 is this Pp by Pn under applied voltage. We are not saying either we are applying positive or negative voltage, but this is a general notation which is V. V can be positive or V can be negative. So, Pp by Pn, this also can be written as P of minus xp naught to P of xn naught. So, if you do that, you can see in the denominator we have P of minus xp naught, this is minus xp naught, if this is not visible clearly. So, this is P of minus xp naught in the numerator to the P of xn naught. Now, we will keep the right hand side equations as it is, e to the power of q V naught by kt, and the denominator we have e to the power of q V naught minus V by kt. This goes to numerator, and you can also observe here this V naught and this V naught get cancels, as you are seeing here in the denominator. So, this V naught and V naught get cancels, and you are left out with e to the power of q V by kt. So on the right hand side, left hand side, we will see what we get it here. PP naught by PN naught we have kept as it is. This is a numerator term in the from the previous equation, and PF xn naught that goes to numerator, and divided by PF x minus xp naught that comes to denominator. And right hand side, as I told you, we are going to cancel these two terms. So this shows that equilibrium to the bias here. So the numerator term here is equilibrium condition, the ratio of hole concentration on the p side and as well as n side. The denominator gives you the under bias conditions here. Okay, that's only difference what you get it. Okay, so now let us look at this. Just sorry, this one is not visible clearly. Okay. Fine. So if you look at this equation, we have cancelled here, and you can also write this Pf minus xp naught as Pp naught, that is a hole concentration on the P side at equilibrium. So if you substitute that Pf minus xp naught as Pp naught, this term here, this I am saying this is equal to Pp naught. So if you do that, this Pp naught cancel with this Pp naught, and you are left out with the Pf xn naught by Pn naught. So final equation for it's not Pn naught, it is just a Pn, you can also write. So P of xn naught, this is nothing but hole concentration as a function of distance by the hole concentration on the electron. This is under equilibrium condition, and denominator shows it is under applied bias conditions here. So this equation simplifies to 4, which you can see here. Okay, so this is the equation 4, which is e power q v by kt here. So this shows minority carrier concentration, injected minority carrier concentration, which is carrier injection actually. So this is P of xn naught to Pn, that is equal to e to the power of qv by kt. So this minority carrier hole concentration, this equation, entire equation shows, as I already showed you the graph, minority carrier is P of xn naught is a graph. If you cross multiply this, of course, if you cross multiply this here, if it goes here, so this equation P of xn naught can be written as Pn times e to the power of qv by kt. As I told already, this the minority carrier keeps decreasing when you move deeper into the n side or deeper into the p side. So equation 4, it is clear that it in forward bias there is a greatly increase in minority carrier hole concentration at the edge of a transition region on the n side than it was at the case at the equilibrium. Okay, recall that previous graphs whatever I shown here, this kind of graphs on n side and as well as p side I have showed here. I already told you that why this there is a large density of holes on the n side. Reason is, see, the electrons, see, when they move, suppose if this is going to be the p-n junction. Okay, let me show this, let me indicate edge with the different color. So this is edge of let me choose here as Pn plus diode. So this deeper will be depletion region will extend here, and depletion region will be narrow on the n side here. So this is total depletion region here. So this is total, this extend here, this is W, transition region or depletion region. Okay, now let us see the injection of charge carriers. So we are interested in minority carriers here. So when holes are moves from p side to n side, you can see that holes, they are injected to the n side. So I am talking about minority carriers here in this n region, the holes which have entered this n neutral n region here. So here at the depletion region, the edge of a depletion region here, so which is plus xn naught at edge of a depletion, this is P of xn naught. So you can see the this x axis, y axis here, P of xn naught. So P of xn naught versus Pn naught, if you plot here, so you can see that it is a Pn naught is under equilibrium, hole concentration on n side under equilibrium. So this graph is going to be something like this exponential graph. My question is now, why the density of holes is very high? Because see, electrons will take, with the moment the holes enters to the n side here, holes will take its own time to get diffused to the electrons here. Immediately it will not get diffused. And here I will introduce one more term called as LP. What do you mean by LP? Anybody aware of this term LP? And another term is Ln. These are called as a diffusion lengths. What do you mean by diffusion lengths? So this is diffusion length for holes. Similarly, Ln indicates diffusion length for electrons. So this Ln and Lp is very much important here, because when holes move from majority, holes are majority on the p side, when they are injected to the n side, when they enter the neutral n region here. Now question raises here, how much deeper the hole travels here? So that is nothing but Lp. Before it recombine, what distance the hole travel in the neutral n region? That is nothing but Lp. This Ln is applicable to the p side here. So the electrons get injected from n side to p side. If you see the flow of electron, so electrons will be injected from n side to p side like this. Okay, and the graph will be of similar, but it will be decreasing. But again, if you observe, the graph will be something like this. Okay, and if you observe that the depletion region, this is edge of a depletion region on p side, which is minus xp naught. So here you can see that again it is very high, because the electrons will take its own time to get diffused with the holes which are present in the neutral region. So that there the Ln comes into the play. How long the electrons travel before it get diffused with the holes? When you are considering neutral n region, the Lp will comes into the play. To what distance the holes travel before it recombine here. So this graph shows that the holes will not recombine at the near the junction. It travels little deeper, and also you can observe that when you go deeper into the neutral n region, there is no hole concentration. Hole concentration becomes 0, and it becomes equal to equilibrium condition here, Pn naught. Okay, so that means electrons get already diffused, get diffused with get recombined with the uh, uh, electrons here. The holes get recombined with electrons, and therefore the quantity becomes less. I hope you understood this phenomenon here. Okay, so that's what we are trying to say here. There is a greatly increased minority carrier hole concentration at the edge of a transition region on the n side, P of x and naught. That was the case at equilibrium. So this was underlined. This bottom line indicates it is an equilibrium condition. So this is an equilibrium condition. Equilibrium condition is P n naught. So this is P of x n naught. So this is as a function of distance, it keeps decreasing and it becomes equal to P n naught. Okay, as you move deeper into the neutral n region. Conversely, if you look at the hole concentration P of x n naught under reverse bias, V negative is reduced below the equilibrium value Pn. I will show with reference to this two graphs here, so that you can better understand before that, any questions are there? Any doubts are there? Are you guys with me? You are able to understand what I am covering here? Just anybody can reply, if you are able to understand, so that I can proceed further.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Okay. Now I am showing, so far whatever I explained, I am showing through the graphical means, through the pictures, diagrams. You can look at this. Okay, are you able to see this picture? Now you can see this is a type of diode. What we are considered is a P plus N diode. Look at the minority carrier concentration on both neutral N region and neutral P region here. The blue color line here shows it is an equilibrium condition. So this is the hole concentration under equilibrium condition. And hole concentration, as I told you, this is the edge of a depletion region. You know that the holes will get injected from the P side to N side, and as they get injected to the N side, you can see that here there are a lot of electrons are present here, and holes which are coming from P side to N side, they recombine with this electron here. And recombination rate, you can see that, as I told you, already introduced LP, diffusion length of holes. It will happen when the hole travel deeper into the P side, but the density of the holes will be I mean the minority carriers here, now holes, they are going to be large at the edge of a depletion region, and as you move deeper into the neutral N region, density of holes keeps decreasing like this, and it becomes equal to equilibrium condition when you go deeper into the N side. This is under the forward bias condition here. Okay, when the forward bias means this P is connected to the positive, this is connected to the negative. So this is what it happens for the forward bias condition. And look at on simultaneously on the P side here, minority carriers. Let us not look into majority carriers. So minority carriers here. So when electrons are injected due to the forward bias what we apply here, obviously electrons should move to the P side here. So these electrons when they are injected here to the from the N side to the P side here, their density is very high here. So now they are minority carriers on the P side. So their density is very high. And as you move deeper into the P region, recombination rate, the electron recombination rate will be very high, so that it becomes equal to NP naught. So all the electrons which are coming here, they get recombined here, and any scarcity of electrons here, that will be supplied by the battery source. Same thing here also, the whole scarcity will be supplied by the battery, positive terminal of battery here. So this graph shows the minority electrons on the P side, this graph shows minority holes on the N side, both under equilibrium and forward bias condition here. The flat line here, the horizontal line shows it is under equilibrium, P N naught. P N naught means its holes on the N side under equilibrium condition. So this is P N. Okay, so this minority carriers that keeps varying like this. Now let us look at under reverse bias condition what it happens here. This graph shows both the forward and reverse bias condition here. When we reverse bias it, naturally things will change when you reverse bias it. So here you can see that the concentration of holes you can see here. So this is Xn naught. It keeps the approaching to the equilibrium condition, but it starts from the negative. Okay, it starts from negative and all the way it approaches this equilibrium condition here. Okay, and same way on the P side also you can observe here, it starts from negative and it approaches the equilibrium condition, which is NP naught. So that means both the lines approaches this equilibrium condition, but not at the edge of a depletion region, but as you move towards deeper into the P side. Okay, neutral P region here. Same thing happens here also. Okay, so this complete graph shows you the concentration of the minority carriers. Minority means its electrons holes on the N side and electrons on the P side here. So under both forward bias and reverse bias condition. So this distance here from here to the equilibrium, this is delta P naught. So that means a change in the hole concentration. Okay, so this is what delta P naught. Okay, this height here tells delta P naught. Similarly, we can also write delta NP naught, change in electron concentration from edge of a depletion region to the equilibrium is delta NP naught. And this distance we can see here we have indicated as xp here. Xp naught is the edge of a depletion region, but this distance further we can extend. This is negative of course. So this is complete axis is xp naught. It starts from here edge and it ends up at xp. Same way here also xn naught when you are moving deeper, so that distance was showed as xn. Okay, and this vertical line indicates its edge of a depletion region here, this vertical line. Charge carriers cannot reside here, so because there is a strong electric field in the depletion region. Charge carriers either it will be pushed, suppose if holes enter by default, if it enters into the depletion region, as we already know that this is a capacitor effect plays role here, and there is a strong electric field here that pushes the charge carriers to the N region here. Okay, so the charge carriers cannot stay here at any moment. In other way, I can say that holes entering this depletion region and electrons entering the depletion region, that remains constant here. That means amount of holes entering from P side to N side in the depletion region, and number of electrons entering N side to P side under this depletion region area, that remains constant here. So naturally you see a flat line in these depletion regions. There are no significant graphs you can see like this type of lines in the depletion region, because the strong electric field here pushes charge carriers holes to the N side and electrons to the P side here. Okay, these equations which we are trying to illustrate to you. So when we come across this from the material, I will get back to this slide here. Okay, so I hope you understand this graph. I will just come back to these two equations. This we have covered already in the notes. Okay, so this is what the illustration what we have said here, minority carrier injection, so many things I have covered with reference to this. So excess hole concentration delta Pn also can be calculated. I have showed this delta Pn on the distance on the holes on the n side. Similarly, we can also calculate delta N on the n side. Okay, so with that I will move to the next material. Now let us look into this material now. Okay, now delta Pn. What is delta Pn? Anybody can recall? Just now we mentioned it. What do we mean by delta Pn? Delta means you know that it is a change. So change in the hole concentration. This is Pn on the n side. So the change in hole concentration on the n side, that can be easily written by just subtracting P of xn naught minus Pn. Okay, so this is under applied bias condition, this is under equilibrium condition. If you do this difference here, so definitely you can obtain this delta Pn. Look at this graph, you know, I am asking you to subtract this from this. Okay, so Pn naught minus Pn. Okay, this to calculate this Pn naught here. So that's what we have done here. Okay, so now we can see how do we obtain this, you know, subtraction here. For that, you know, I will consider the ratio which we already done showed, derived equation. The P of xn naught to Pn, this we already derived it, which is equal to e to the power of qv by kt, and this here you can subtract 1 from both the sides. If you do that, you get here minus 1 P of xn naught by Pn, which is equal to e to the power of qv by kt minus 1. And now we can see that, you know, this LCM can be taken on the left hand side. So therefore you have P of xn naught minus Pn here divided by Pn, which is equal to e to the power of qv by kt minus 1. So now we can see here this is what we are expecting here. So P of xn naught minus Pn, you can look at here P of xn naught minus Pn. So this can be written as the delta Pn. So this is nothing but delta Pn. So delta Pn now is equal to P of xn naught minus Pn is equal to this Pn goes to the right hand side. So this within the bracket we can just multiply this with Pn. So you have final equation for delta Pn, change in holes concentration on the n side, as Pn into e to the power of qv by kt minus 1. This is, let us call this as equation 5. So what does equation 5 tells us? Equation 5 provides excess hole concentration at the edge of the transition region, which is xn naught here. So similarly, see, I showed for excess hole concentration, we can also calculate excess electron concentration. Electron concentration means it is delta Np. On the p side you can calculate. This diagram I showed to illustrate, you know, what exactly this equation tells here. The excess hole concentration at this, you know, edge of a depletion region here at xn naught distance, we are giving a mathematical equation for the hole concentration at this point here, which is given by this equation. So Pn into e to the power of qv by kt minus 1. Okay, so this is called, you know, holes that are injected from the p side to n side. Okay, so excess holes on the n side here. Similarly, you can also write equation 5 what we have showed, we can also write for electrons. So as I already mentioned, for electrons it will be delta Np here. So delta Np is equal to, now, so what we are trying to do here by estimate this, by obtaining this equation here, we are trying to calculate electron concentration here. Okay, so electrons are the minority carriers on the p side. Okay, so here the electron concentration here is given by this equation. So delta Pn can be, Np can be written on similar lines, which is Nf minus xp minus Np, which is equal to Np times e to the power of qv by kt minus 1. So these are the two equations which you need to remember here. Okay, so from our study of diffusion of excess carriers, we expect that carrier injection leading to a steady state concentration of delta P and excess holes at xn naught will produce a distribution of excess holes on the n material. So if you look at this slide here, this is what we have calculated, delta Np naught and delta Pn naught we have calculated, this distances here, and same equation is also given here. You can see in the bottom side we have shown these equations here. Okay, so this is electron concentration on the n side, change in electron concentration, change in hole concentration on the p side. This is the equation. Okay, so these things details are covered in the this material. Okay, so if n region is long compared with the hole diffusion length, I already mentioned about diffusion length. LP indicates the how long the holes can travel in the neutral n region before it gets the before it get recombined with the electron here. That's what the LP indicates here. So, so the whole diffusion length is LP. The solution is going to be an exponential. We'll see what exponential solutions we have here. Okay. Let me recollect this. This is the fourth page here. Okay. The injected electrons in the p material diffuses recombine, giving an exponential distribution of excess electrons here. And here these two things you need to conclude here. Let us see what those things here. Distance measured in the x direction, the new n material from xn naught will be designated as xn. Okay, this is in xn. This is the distance that is measured in the n material, okay, from xn naught. And also corresponding we have an xp also. We have showed that in the graphs. Okay, this distance I am telling, this distance. Okay, this is an xp, this is an xn here. So same thing we are illustrating here. This convention is important to simplify this the mathematical equations in this course. Okay, so that's what the things. And now we can write a diffusion equation for each side of the junction. This is a diffusion equation is given by, we are not going to prove these equations, equation 7 and equation 8. Just I expect you to remember these equations here. Okay, equation 7 is nothing but 7 and 8. They are nothing but the diffusion equations. Electrons must travel deeper into the p side to get recombined with the holes, and holes must travel deeper into the n side to get recombined with the electrons here. Those diffusion equation on the p side and n side are given like this. So diffusion equation on the p side is delta of n of xp is equal to delta np times e to the power of minus xp by ln. Ln indicates it is a diffusion length for electrons, which also can be made equivalent to this equation. See this derivation, it is done in the textbook, but it's not under the scope of our syllabus. So we are not covering this derivation. In fact, this total topic is taken to make your understanding of reverse bias very easy. So that many times students neglect this charge carrier injection topic. But to simplify the mathematical equations of next topic, reverse bias, these equations are shown here. Especially equation 7 and 8 is done in the textbook, but it is not under the scope of our syllabus. So kindly go through this equation, understand each and every term here. No need to pay attention for the derivation here. So diffusion equation for the on the n side is given by, n side means the holes will get diffused. So that is given by delta Pn times e power minus xn by Lp here. So that's also equivalent to the Pn e power qv by kt minus 1 into e power minus xn by Lp. If you can remember one equation 7, for example, you can also write on similar lines equation 8 also. Okay. Any questions about this before we jump into the diode current equation? So for diode current equation, see these are the equations 7 and 8 it serves as a basis. Okay, so without knowing this equation, you cannot derive diode current equation. Yeah, any questions? Okay, if not, I think we'll take up this diode current equation in the next class. So for that you need to remember these equations. Okay, this equation 7 and equation 8. So here we will take equation 8 and try to find out the hole current density. Okay, so the diode current is a thing, but it is a both the hole current density and electron diffusion current density. So to estimate that the both hole current density and diffusion current density, we are using this equation here, diffusion equation on the p side and diffusion equation on the n side. So now using this diffusion equations, we will derive the equation diode current equation here. So this is the equation which is basis to derive diode current equation. So that we will take up in the next class. Okay, I hope we have covered sufficient things in today's class. Next class we will continue our discussion from diode current equation. Okay, so I will stop at this point and